Hello, I'm Tristan Dixon, and in this video, I'm going to explain the structure of my course design from the course design process to the implementation process to the usability testing and the data. In this course, I was able to create a 5-week instructional unit blended learning project that was mostly online with a blended learning structure to it. This instructional course that I designed allowed students to independently use their learning to refine their critical thinking skills, to avoid unsafe situations, to analyze health information and products, and to maintain healthy relationships. Again, in creating and designing this unit, this course consisted of course design, which was creating the unit. The LMS that I used was Google Classroom. That was the LMS that my district uses as well, and that the students are familiar with. Also, the implementation process, and then also the usability testing. All right, so I'm going to now talk about the usability uh, testing and the data that I received from uh, some of the participants that participated in this testing. It was a combination of students and teachers that I surveyed. And then I'm just going to go through some of these questions so you can see. Majority were students. Uh, I had 3 students, and I also had two teachers that participated in this survey. One of the questions that I asked was the course modules, if the course modules had clear directions for the tasks that need to be completed. And the feedback from it was really good on clear directions and for the tasks of the students. Also, the course and modules were easy to navigate, making it easy for kids to get to different assignments and videos and things like that. So really making it accessible for those students. So that scored really good on that. How would you rate the overall effectiveness of the course? I scored really good on that, as far as how effective was the instruction. Uh, did I get the point across that needed to be that the students needed in order to grasp the concepts? So effectiveness is definitely an important aspect of that. Were learning objectives clear? Were the course content was organized and well planned? Course workload was appropriate, and then course organized to allow all students to participate fully. Um, each one of those questions had a good response to those. Obviously, learning objectives, making sure that they're clear is a very important aspect, because when they're not clear, then that's where misconception, and that's where the concept is not fully grasped if the learning objective is not clear from the beginning. Making sure that the content is well organized, making sure that the workload is appropriate, not really giving the students too much and allowing the students to be able to have time to work through and examine and experiment with the work. And then also making sure that the course is organized in a way that students will be able to participate fully. That's an important aspect of it. Bringing this back to active listening and active learning. One of the questions that I did ask was what aspects of the course were most useful or valuable, and I got a lot of good responses from the resources, like the videos that were posted. They found that that was useful. Um, that the assignments, one of the comments were the assignments were very engaging and hands-on, um, and it also motivates the students to work on clear expectations, uh, having multiple response types from the group discussion board to uh, the blog post to the implementation of the PSA process and really giving those students feedback. A couple ways I had posts and documents and creating videos uh, for them to respond to. Uh, Also, giving clear expectations and really making it different for the students and not boring was one of the comments as well. Really, when students are engaged, then learning is likely to occur. So, really engaging them in a different way from other teachers by giving them clear instructions, but also making sure that it's easy for them to look for and have those expectations. And then interactive websites was another good response that I got. Having websites where they can really click on those and really interact and be able to see the effects of the addiction to tobacco and really see the effects of how alcohol affects the body and the different organs. So those interactive websites and questioning, they found that pretty cool as well. And then also, how would you improve this course? So, really, this feedback was really important because in order to grow, you have to get feedback. And then, in order to make sure that my students are successful, feedback is needed. And so, some of the feedback was making things more colorful and pictures, which really would attract the students to the assignments. Uh, Maybe make list a lingering question at the end of the module about if they have any questions that they still had after the end of the module, and that can turn into a warm up or future projects, and then also items that they may want to discuss regarding what they learned. Um, Also, being more descriptive, maybe more examples for some of the assignments, maybe exemplars. Um, what is supposed to look like? So maybe posting some examples of uh, what I'm looking for with those instructions, so they have something as a guide. Those That was another feedback that I saw and that I received, and then also making sure that the workload is appropriate and not giving them so much work to where they're not able to get things done. And so I felt like the feedback that I received, uh, I would take, and then I would make adjustments to my modules and to my assignments and really try and implement those to really make my unit and make the project more successful, but then make it more clear and easier for the students to understand.